Are going to record. All right. It's great to see everybody's faces. Good afternoon. All right. Let me just get my screen all squared away. There we go. And we'll just keep it like this. Okay. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Watson, founder of Find Travel, and welcome to another event check-in chat with me, your inside look at travel industry events so you can decide on which event are truly worth attending. Today, I'm excited to shine a spotlight on an event that's quickly becoming actually a game changer for many in the travel advisor community, and it's the Grow Your Travel Business Symposium happening October 20th through the 22nd at Camelback Resort in the beautiful Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. Did I say that right, Tracy?
Poconos. Yes,
Poconos.
Poconos.
Thank you. And of course, joining me is someone who's been a driving force behind this event since the very beginning. I have Tracy Schatz, president of the ASTA Central Pennsylvania chapter and owner of Travel Journeys. And Tracy, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Great. And so before we dive in, I just want to say I've heard so many advisors say this event has been, completely shifted their mindset and business direction. So one of the attendees that I've heard that I think you saw Jared's post in our group chat or our the industry travel events industry guide group chat. He said this event completely changed my business mindset. Tracy does such a remarkable job. I cannot wait until this year's event. So that I just love hearing that kind of feedback about events that actually like the chapters that put on together for everybody within the community. So we're going to be talking about what makes this event so special. But first, Tracy, for those who don't know you, can you share a bit about your background and how this event came to life?
Sure. So I've been in the travel industry for, 21 years. I am a mom to 6 kids, a former Air Force veteran. And I started the business because I had this love of travel. And when I was in the Air Force, I was able to travel quite a bit. And so when I was in the business, I saw ASTA, and the closest ASTA chapter to me was 2.5 hours away. And I said, well, that's not good, because if I'm 2.5 hours away, other people are 2.5, 3 hours away. They're not going to want to drive to Philadelphia just to see a meeting. And so I reached out to ASTA and said, I want to start a chapter. And they said, well, you need to join a board so you know what's going on. So I joined the Delaware Valley chapter for a while as first their media person, and I quickly moved into their secretary position. And when it was time for me to launch this chapter, we started it off with I called it the weekend workshop. And it was a 2-day event at the Fairfield Inn at the Harrisburg International Airport. And I had 20 people and 20 suppliers. And from there, it's just grown. So our chapter is quite large. I cover from the New York, Pennsylvania border, from and over to New Jersey. And then I kind of make an L, and then I come down and I go all the way to Maryland. So it is a big swath. So we have our meetings in two locations, in the Scranton area, and then again in the Harrisburg, York area. And so as the chapter grew, we decided that, there's people who look at the travel business and they don't really know how to run a business. It's more about, well, I want to be a travel agent and I'm going to get some free perks and it's going to be great to travel. But they don't know they need their own checking account. They don't know that they should have a professional headshot, things like that. And so that's what we use this symposium to do, is to help people actually grow their business and become professionals and know how to run their business. And so we bring in a business coach, Glenda Beagle, from the Art of Selling Travel. She's been a friend of our chapter for, when I started it. And she really is one of the reasons that Jared Wexler feels the way he feels, is because she takes questions and she just gives it to you straight and
Love
helps
that.
you, find that answer. And that is her jam is, you're not going to ever find a presentation that she does that is the same, because she thrives on being spontaneous, getting questions asked and throwing them out at you.
I absolutely love that because that's where, sometimes at, excuse me, at certain events, you get lost in the supplier presentations and the product training. And we really want to be able to focus on that business development to be able to really, focus on the strategies and like what you mentioned before about, you're balancing your budget, the pictures, having that professional image. So I
Right.
love the fact that you're touching on those important topics that maybe something simple for somebody, but maybe something new for another advisor. So I just love the fact that you come in full circle on so many different things to be able to bring to the table for business development side for the travel advisor community. Now,
Exactly.
since you talked about Glenda as being one of your speakers and presenters, can you walk us through what advisors can expect over the course of the 4 days and who your keynote speakers are as well?
Yes, so we have Glenda Beagle, like I said, with the Art of Selling Travel, and we also have Bart Berkey. So Bart is from Most People Don't, and he used to be an executive with oh hell, Ritz Carlton. Help me out, Cindy.
The Ritz-Carlton.
Okay, yes. And so he's going to do a session called Feel Better, Get Better, Do Better by Aligning with Your Awe. And so the idea is to, he's going to talk about taking care of yourself and between exercise, sleep, and all those things that we need that we don't get, so that you could really deliver and connect with your clients.
You know what,
Um,
I love that. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in here because you just got me excited about that because that I've been personally battling that lately. Like that balance, that wellness of, not overdoing it and then losing that spark and trying to get it back. And so, no, you just gave me goosebumps from listening to you saying that you're offering that because I think that is so vital for all of us in this industry, especially, working from home as well.
oh, for sure. And then so as I mentioned, Glenda kind of just, we give her the time and the space. She last year she was there, people wrote questions down, and so she's going to be focusing on answering some of those questions at this year's symposium, because we have people from all levels coming. They are beginners, but then there are people in the industry who, have been in the business for 20 years. And I still learn from her every single day. And so it's, I think that's one of the magic pieces, is that everybody has the same questions, or her questions lead to more questions. And then she just, will be able to answer them. Um, this year, what we're also doing is we're offering a resource lab. So we have Turn coming. We've invited Travel Joy and Travify. Travify is going to let us know. We're still waiting for Travel Joy. So if Travel Joy is listening, please answer my email. Um, yes. And so that's one of the different things that we're doing, but really important because, yes, we do have suppliers coming, but the lab is so that people can, there are people still working on spreadsheets to keep their
Yes,
client, and
you're
and
right.
things are so
Yeah.
much easier, by having the right tools. And so we want to present people with the right tools. We're also going to have an accountant there so that they can help, with how do travel advisors categorize their travel expenses, or the programs that they buy. Is that an education thing or conferences, and all of that? So just different things that we can help them with, and try to get it all in one place for them so that they can learn.
You touch a topic there that some people are set in their ways of doing things, and I am kind of one of those people. I
Mhm.
admit. And that, you know what? And that's due to being afraid to try new things. It's like, oh, great. Now I got to wrap my head around something new. Do I have the mindset for that? And
Right.
having that type of resource lab, I mean, for the type of, learning that I do is that, I feel more comfortable when somebody's actually in front of me showing me how to do it. Like,
Hmm.
hey, you're not alone in this. Let me show you how this works and how it benefits you. Then it doesn't become so scary. So I love the
Right.
fact that you have that resource lab, and definitely, hopefully we can get Travel Joy on top of that too, because then you can have a comparison between Turn and Travel Joy, because I would love to kind of see the comparisons between the two as well. So hopefully
Right.
that will work out through that. So I love that resource option. And
Thank
is
you.
is Zane going to be one of your speakers too from ASTA, or the CEO
Yes.
of ASTA?
Yes. Zane has committed to coming. And we are even going to tie Zane's visit in with a bit of an Astapack fundraiser.
Oh,
We've been challenged to raise a certain amount of money. And if we do that, Zane and I are going to go zip lining, maybe
ah,
even have a race. Yes, because Camelback is a ski resort, and it will be, closed. But Camelback has a lot of. They have two zip lines there that start at the top of their mountain and goes down to the mid of the mountain. And so we just thought that could be a really fun, fundraiser for us to do. Um, and then I've also asked Alvin, the education guru from ASTA, to come, because I think people need to see what the education component of ASTA is. I mean, we have the
absolutely.
VTA, but there's not very many VTAs. And we need to talk about how the VTA program helps all of us, and with the new commercials that are, coming out and are currently out. I think travel advisors need to have the buy-in to become a VTA. Um, and he's a good, he's a good person to
Yeah,
explain all of
Alvin's
that.
great. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's well diverse in that, and also it's a great way too for others to be able to, connect with ASTA staff. They're working
exactly.
hard on the back end. I personally can attest to that because I worked for ASTA for 10 years, and I know how hard everybody's working. And just having that
Right.
connection with the ASTA staff alone goes a long way. And just to kind of touch on too is the fact that, the back scenes of this event, along with other ASTA chapter events, I want to remind everybody that these people that are on the board for the ASTA chapters, they are volunteers. They are people just like you, having their own travel businesses, but they're volunteering their time to be able to put together this resource for you, these events, the chapter meetings. So when you do support events like this versus some other ones that may not be part of ASTA, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
huge advocate because you are supporting those chapters who are volunteering their own personal time, and it's a give back to them. So it supports them in return, that you are supporting all the hard work that they put in time, because putting on these events is not an easy feat. So
It is
keep
not.
that in mind when you do register for an ASTA chapter event, because not only are you getting the great exposure with suppliers, education, and networking with your fellow travel advisors and building that community, you are supporting others that have been basically working their butts off behind the scenes trying to get this. Yeah.
Right. And I think networking is one of the biggest wins out of this event, is because you do get to talk with other travel advisors, and we all do so many things differently, but there's good ideas that float around in that room and around those tables,
Absolutely.
that we can all talk about. And yeah, so that is one of the benefits that come into play here.
Exactly. Now, networking. Now, I know that you have your suppliers that you will have at your event too. So, What does it look like? How your networking opportunities are with suppliers? Do you have a trade show? Do you have one-on-ones? Do you make appointments? How's the networking structure for your event to be able to network with suppliers?
Okay, so we this year we're going to have there's going to be a trade show. There's also going to be one-on-one sessions with, so everybody is going to visit each supplier's table where they'll have like 7-minute speed dating. But prior to the event, all of the suppliers will get an email list of all the attendees. So we have sponsored dinners that we have a sponsored dinner that each supplier that is at a certain level will be able to invite up to 8 dinner people or people to come to dinner and sit with them at their particular table. So that's a great place. We also have a lunch table that people can, the sponsors can invite people to, and then breakfast as well. So there's that time. We have cocktail parties, and we also have escape rooms. We have 2 escape rooms this year. So, suppliers could get involved and pick a team and, escape out the room. Yeah.
You know what, that's a more intimate way to be able to get to know people,
Yeah.
and also a strategic way too as well. I love that. I do. I absolutely love that. Now, yeah, that's definitely a interesting way to be able to bring everybody together.
Right.
Now, that part's fun. Now the other fun part is that I love the fact that you have the venue at the Camelback Resort.
Mhm.
Why did you choose that location, and what can people look forward to for that event or for that venue?
We chose it. Well, to be perfectly honest, they gave us a great rate on the meeting space,
Okay. There you
but
go.
it
Gotta make it
is
happen.
it is a large room um, that has this big, beautiful fireplace in it. Maybe in later October, it'll be cold enough that we could light it, that they'll light it for us. But it also has rooms available at, a decent cost. It's got a water park so that if people want to bring their families for, maybe a mid-school break or something, they can, because water park access is included in the room rate. And the water park has a flow rider. It's got like a ropes course in the water park that people that kids, well, everybody can go in there if they want.
Okay.
So, and it's close. The idea was if we can get people from New York and New Jersey to come down the highway a little bit, and then people from the middle of Pennsylvania to come up the highway a little bit, um, and people from Ohio, like last year we had people
Yeah,
from
make it a
Ohio and New
trip.
York, they
Yeah.
can come down and just spend some time with us. And so that's one of the reasons as well, is because it's pretty easy to get to. And there's a casino nearby and outlet shopping too. So there you have it. It's a destination that's got something for everybody.
And I love
I
that.
mean, that's the outdoor water park, but the indoor water park has a flow rider in it, and I believe it's got a lazy river in. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
So do you see my screen? I'm kind of sharing
yeah,
the website and everything.
yes,
Skiing, tubing. So, and that's what I love is that, we're in travel. We love to experience different destinations. So what a better way to mix the two? You have
right,
your business development and a great venue, and you can have fun as well.
yeah,
And I love the fact, yes, make it it's just not a 1-day event. It is,
mhm.
packed with what is it, three,
It's
is it
2.5 days.
two and a
It's
half
two and a
days?
half
Thank you.
days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yep.
yep.
And what's included here, I got this on my screen. You get some food too, even better.
Oh yeah, we're feeding you too. Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
You
That's
won't go hungry, I promise.
I
And if you
love
don't like
that.
our food at the hotel, you could literally down the road are, I think it's 4 or 5 restaurants down the road. Plus, then you can go into the outlet mall, and they have their own eateries. So if you need to have Burger King, you can get Burger King while the rest of us are eating, prime
There
rib
you
or
go.
something.
All right, and we were talking prior to starting the chat that you said that the hotel room block is still available. So these are great rates. If that even includes the water park, that is
Yep.
excellent. I just took my kids to a water park last spring break, and oh my gosh, so these rates
Oh
are
yeah,
really great.
right. It's immense.
Exactly. Okay.
And they do have a great arcade in here too. I was really surprised. And it seems like it's an arcade that it's not just for kids. Adults can play in the arcade too.
Even better. That's a lot
Yeah.
more fun. Now, you mentioned that we have somebody on the Zoom here that's attended your event.
Yeah, Lisa.
Let's see here. And actually, I'm going to admit a few more people in. Some people just joined us. So, you know what? Lisa has two. Let's see here. There you are, Lisa. Feel free to unmute yourself. Let's see here. It has to unmute. There we go. I
That's
think you're
weird.
unmuted now. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I don't know why I'm on here twice. That's
Yeah, I
weird.
don't know either, but I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, tell us a little bit about what your experience was with the event.
Last year was my first year. It was just amazing. Every part of it was fabulous. Um, my favorite is Glenda. Listening to her speak, Tracy is on point. She is no joke, just tell you like it is, and has some of the best ideas and best information to give you just as a regular person. It's not like some person that, you paid $10,000 to see and they're just telling you what you want to hear. It's she knows her stuff and on point. It was just great. And you definitely will not go hungry. There is a ton of food. Everybody's just really friendly. The room is amazing. That back, you said the fireplace, but the whole back wall is like the most beautiful picturesque, like scenery right behind you. It's just gorgeous. Um, and everything was just great. Zane was even there last year too, and he had a nice
Mhm.
a nice talk, and the suppliers were amazing. It was laid out so well, and it flowed so nicely. It really is just an amazing event. Tracy
Yeah.
and her crew do like the best. I've gone to conference after conference after conference, and Tracy's was my all-time favorite last year. So
I did
Thank you,
not
Sue.
pay her to say this.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Lisa, because it really helps because, I've always said that, you have your budget and your time budget, money budget, time budget. And, it is an investment to be able to attend these
Mhm.
events. And you want to make sure that you are attending the right event for yourself. So thank you for sharing that with us. And I
You're
just
welcome.
plopped in the chat on the registration link for the event. Now, Tracy, do you have a cutoff date at all for your event?
Yes, we have to cut off the registration on October 10th because we have to give Camelback time so that they can know how many people to prepare food for. And if you find that the room block is full, all you need to do is email me and we will have them allow more rooms to be booked into it. And you can certainly go if it is that you're bringing the family, and if you want to come in on Saturday or Sunday, reach out to me first because last year we were able to get the room block extended a certain amount of rooms for even a whole week because we had people coming in who were going to make a vacation out of being in the area.
Yeah, that's smart to do, might as
Mhm.
well, take advantage of the opportunity while you're there.
Exactly.
Now, for someone who's on the fence about attending, what would you say to help them understand the true value of this experience? Ooh, this is a good question.
Yeah,
Good
that's
question.
um, I think to attend, you're not going to feel like your time is wasted. If you have to leave to take a call or whatever, that can be done. There's internet, right outside our main area. We have this whole conference area, but you will gain just the networking alone. You're going to gain a new friendship with other advisors that you can, reach out to, ask questions, whatever the case may be. Bart Berkey I've listened to his podcast, and he's really got some great words of wisdom. Again, Glenda, she's spot on with everything, and she is so giving. Cindy, what are you going to say? Cindy's going to help me out here.
Who, me? Well, I think what we take the most pride in is because it's small. It's like a boutique event. Um, it's not like when you go to a huge conference when there's 1,000 other travel advisors there and you can't even get to the suppliers that you want to talk to. This is carefully curated. We think really long and hard about the content that we want to offer, and we really try to make it worth your time, and worth that investment that you're making in yourself and your business. I don't know. We've gotten such rave reviews. I don't think anybody who came last year left feeling like they didn't get their money's worth. And that's our goal again this year, to go even further. So
Right.
Thank you
come
for
join
that,
us and see
Cindy.
if we're successful.
Exactly. Now, we didn't talk about the rate. What is the rate? And are non-ASTA members able to attend the event as well?
Yeah, so this event is open to ASTA and non-ASTA members. And the idea here is we need non-ASTA members to come, attend, see what we do and how we give back to the community and them. Oh, I remember one more thing while we're talking about community. But anyway, so that, they can also learn about ASTA and what ASTA does for us as a travel advisor community. So yes, we have two different pricings. It's $200 for ASTA members, $225 for non-ASTA members. So it's not that big of a difference. And everybody is welcome. You could be a new agent, and even though it says Grow Your Travel Business Symposium, even experienced agents come. One of the advisors who comes up from North Carolina has been in the business for 30 years, and she's still learning new stuff when she's, her last year was her first event, first time, and she signed up. We had a sign up right after. Well, you could sign up for right after the event, and she signed up right away. So
yeah, and so that the kind of advisors that would attend this event would be full spectrum, new,
yes,
experienced, member, non-member, because all of us can always learn something new. And you're bringing
exactly.
it to the table, bringing on these, valuable speakers that have been in the industry for a long time, that really gives you a full strategy and understanding of how to grow your business. And it just makes me excited. And just hearing more about the specifics about your events makes me push my husband even more to see if he can get the time off so I can possibly attend as well. Because
Well,
I got the kids and everything, and Noah's starting band camp
right.
and stuff. So it's I'm gonna see how I can make it, to your event to support you, because I'm excited just hearing all the great business development courses that you have, in addition to the networking with the suppliers as well. So but man, I could talk for hours with you. We're kind of needing to wrap things up, but just to kind of end things, I just wanted to kind of see if there was anything that you wanted to mention before we close
Yes.
things up. Okay.
Yes. So as I did last year, and the word was not out so good, but so I am a veteran, and I belong to a women's veterans group, and we service homeless veterans or veterans who are living below their, just below. And we are going to collect dog food and cat food, because what we do is at a food distribution on a monthly basis for veterans, we donate cat and dog food for their pets so that they too can feed their pets. So last year, we received $300, and I went out and I bought dog food and cat food, and I bagged it up. There's different requirements that we have to do, but if we can, continue this growth so that I can continue to, we as this veterans group that I'm in can continue to donate this food, to these veterans' pets, that would be fantastic. So I
think
just
that's
wanted to draw
absolutely
more attention
amazing.
to this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. And that's what I love about ASSA chapter events, because there's always that give back component, and because that's
Mhm.
part of the community, and really, being able to support each other. So thank you for that,
Right.
Tracy. So
Sure.
just to wrap things up, I mean, you know what, I forgot to mention, if you had any questions, you could put it in the chat. I didn't see any questions, or feel free to unmute yourself or whatnot. Interrupt me, please, so I don't have to keep on listening to myself speak. But yeah, this is your time. If you do have any questions, we did go over a lot. Hopefully you learned a lot about the event. So thank you so much, Tracy. I can honestly
Oh,
say
thank you.
that stands out because it's not just about supplier updates or surface level training. It's about
Right.
building more intentional, strategic, and profitable travel business. So I just love that. So the Grow
Right.
Your Travel Business Symposium again takes place October 20th through the 22nd at the Camelback Resort in Pennsylvania. And if it's the right fit for you to grow your business, be sure to check out all the details on the event website. I got the link in the chat, or you can feel free to go to the Fine Travel Events industry calendar. It's right there, and you'll find ads too on the website for Fine Travel. You just click on the ads; it will take you directly to what you see on your screen, the registration site. And also, don't forget that my next event check-in chat with me is coming up soon. So keep an eye out for that, on who's going to be the next person that I will be interviewing. So thanks again, Tracy, for
Thank
joining.
you.
And thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Lisa and Cindy, for your feedback as well. And I hopefully get to see you at Camelback. So thank you so much,
Well,
guys.
we would enjoy that. All right. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Yep. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.